Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is a budget with me for the paycheck that I will be receiving on May 12th, 2022 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. So as I said in my introduction, this is a budget with me for the paycheck that I'm receiving on May 12th, 2022. Because it is the first paycheck of the month, I did want to start out in the monthly view. And I actually have a lot of different things to go over because my budget is going to be drastically changing in the next few months for a couple of different reasons. So this is my first paycheck in May, but it's almost halfway through the month. And so any bills that were listed in this blue color were paid with my last paycheck in April, which was April 28th. I did pull from a couple of different sinking funds at the beginning of the month, one for my Mother's Day gift, the other to have some work done on my car. I do have some savings challenges listed in yellow, which I have contributed to. I'm actually filming this on the 10th. I do have an appointment tomorrow that I know I'm going to have to use money for. It's not coming out of a sinking fund. And then I do have my AAA due on the 12th, and I didn't list it as a bill. I should have listed it as a bill that I was going to pay with my paycheck on the 12th, but it's kind of a one-off thing. It's not something that's going to occur monthly. It just occurs annually, so I put it in gray instead. With this paycheck that I'm receiving on the 12th, any bill that is listed in this dark magenta color is going to get paid. So that's the rest of my bills that I have for the month of May. And then I do, of course, have to contribute to my 52-week challenge for $19 and then $20. And then I am going to have these empty yellow spots here that I'm going to end up filling in for one of the other savings challenges from the Budget Mom. So those will all be coming from this paycheck on the 12th. So my budget changing. So, with this paycheck, I was really excited because I was going to be finishing off the last of my sinking funds for 2022 that has a goal. And then moving forward, the only two that I would need to be contributing to are the two rolling sinking funds that I have, which are my travel and my car maintenance, until I decide to start my sinking funds for 2023, which I was thinking I would start probably in July or August. And because of that, I was actually going to start contributing a lot of extra to my travel sinking fund because I do believe I'm going to be going on vacation in the fall. I am not going on vacation in July. I usually vacation in July, but for a couple of different reasons, I'm not going to be vacationing this July, and instead I'm hoping to vacation at the end of October. And so I wanted to just build up that fund more and more. It has about $1,000 in it now, and I, had a goal in mind, and I was just going to keep contributing money to it to hopefully reach that goal over the next several months. That is changing because I have to make a very large purchase that I was not expecting to make. And no, it's not a house. I wish I could be sharing right now that I found a house and that I'm purchasing a house. But to be totally honest, I have not found a house that I like. I look for houses every single day online. I very rarely see something that I'm even interested in getting a tour of or looking at. Prices are not getting better. It's just been a very kind of discouraging process of trying to look at houses. And so while I'm not giving up that search and I'm going to continue to look for homes, I'm feeling like something's got to give somewhere with regards to the house search. I've either got to find the perfect home for me and just suck up the price, or I've got to wait until prices kind of come down a little bit to balance out with rising interest rates. And that's probably not going to happen until 2023. So again, I'm still continuing to look, but it's been a little bit discouraging between what's actually out there and the cost of what's actually out there. So still looking, but that is not my news. I unfortunately have to purchase a new vehicle. And if you've been watching my videos, then you know that's not something I had any intention of doing. my car is not old, or at least I don't feel like it's old. It's only about 8 years old, and it's been really good to me, and unfortunately, I have to purchase a new one, and I'm not going to get into the details of why, because it doesn't just involve me, and so it's not just my personal business, but I do have to purchase a new vehicle. And if anyone has had to purchase a new vehicle recently, you will know it's insane, just like the housing market. You cannot just go to a dealership and buy a car and walk out with keys to a brand new vehicle. You can't do that. It's just not possible. I had gone to several different dealerships. I knew in mind what I want to get as my new vehicle. I currently have a Honda CR-V. I want a Honda CR-V. I love that car. I have been very interested in the hybrid version of the Honda CR-V, and I had always had in the back of my head that whenever it was that I purchased a new vehicle, I would definitely look into the hybrid more. And so I looked into both the regular CR-V and the hybrid version of the CR-V, and pricing and availability. That's really the key issue. And I found that I'm able to get the hybrid, which is really the dream car, I guess I'd say, in July. And that's likely when I would have the soonest availability of getting a regular Honda CR-V as well. So it's not like I'm having to wait longer to get the hybrid, which is great. I kind of don't have time on my side, and I need to buy a vehicle as soon as possible. And July is really the soonest I've been able to come up with that. That is a new car, not a used car. In a different climate, in this current situation that I'm in, I would definitely probably look into a used car. But right now, used vehicles are so insanely expensive because there's just not enough out there, that they're costing almost as much as a new vehicle. So why am I going to purchase a used vehicle when it's like barely $1,000 difference from a new car? I'd rather buy the new car. And so, even though I need to buy a car as soon as possible, I do have a little bit of leeway with that. And so I'm utilizing that leeway to wait for a new car instead of having to pay almost just as much for a used car. So the plan is I am buying a brand new Honda CR-V in July. I do have a down payment, or part of a down payment, on that vehicle. And I'm going to try to save as much as I can in the next few months to put a larger down payment on that vehicle. So instead of contributing more and more to my travel sinking fund, I'm instead going to be creating a new sinking fund for a car down payment. So let's go into the paycheck budget tracker, because then I can share with you all my bills and everything, and then what exactly my sinking funds are going to look like. So starting at the top, I am budgeting my income for this paycheck on May 12th to be $3,000. And my bill section is looking a little heavy. Basically, I have my regular bills here, my Netflix, Optimum, Verizon, and my church contribution, which I budgeted for this paycheck. I also have that AAA that I have to pay. I do always make a monthly donation to a charity, so I've already marked that off in here for $100. If you are watching this video, there should be a poll up on the what do they call it? On the community page for you to vote on what charity you'd like me to contribute to for this month. You can also look on my Instagram. I'll have a poll in my stories as well, which you can vote on. And then tomorrow, when you guys are watching this on the 12th, on the 13th is when I'll post exactly what charity I contributed to. I do have a couple of credit card bills. One is my Discover, and then the other is my Capital One. I just used them to purchase a couple items because I was going to get like a cash back or whatever. And so then these amounts might actually end up being a little bit lower than this, because I usually will apply the cash back to the bill and then pay the difference. So these will actually end up being a little bit lower than they are right now. So total my bills for this paycheck add up to be $723.96. And I'm sorry for all the scratching out, but I just didn't have the patience to white out and write over everything. So $723.96, and if I just subtract that from the $3,000 that I budgeted my income to be, we're left with $2,276.04. That's what I'm going to bring down to the envelope section, which is also the variable expense section. This is generally the money that you're going to take out in cash, put into cash envelopes to spend throughout your pay period. I do that with my eating out, gas, and miscellaneous, but I leave my grocery budget in a separate checking account because I purchase my groceries online. So I always budget $200 for groceries, $75 for eating out, $75 for gas, and $150 for miscellaneous. I'm sticking with these right now. I've been debating changing my gas budget, but I'm just going to leave it be for the month of May. I have too much other stuff going on to think about changing this right now, and then I'll try to figure things out for June to see if I do actually have to increase this gas budget, because I've been kind of on that borderline for the last couple pay periods, so we'll see. But these all added together do equal $500, and if I subtract that from the $2,276.04 I was left with after paying my bills, I have $1,776.04, which is what I'm going to bring up to the sinking fund section. So as you can see, I initially had that I was going to put almost $700 towards my travel sinking fund. I had figured out this value by basically breaking down how much money I have to put towards my house savings of what's left after my bills and my my variable expenses. And this total here, how much of that total has to go towards my house savings to reach my monthly goal for my house savings. And then whatever was left, I would put down, the $50 for my car maintenance, whatever I needed to reach my Christmas sinking fund goal, and then the rest towards my travel. Because of the situation with my car, unfortunately, my house savings goals that I had kind of put into place at the beginning of the year, I'm not going to meet those for April, May, or June. I'm just not. Is that frustrating? Yes. Do I have enough money in my house savings account that if I find the perfect house in my budget, I have the down payment for it? Yes, I do. I have been continuing to contribute to my sinking fund, to my house savings account, because I want as much money in there as possible because housing prices are insane, but also keeping in the back of my mind that whatever I don't use from that, I can use towards my student loans. There's a lot of different variables at play there, but if I find the perfect house tomorrow in my price range, I have the down payment. I do have the minimum down payment for that. So because of that, my house savings has to kind of come down a couple pegs in terms of priority. And a down payment for a car has to kind of go up to the top. And so what I ended up figuring out is how much I want my car down payment to be. I want it to be a total of $7,000. I'd love more. I don't think I have the time to do more. So a total of $7,000. I've already put $2,500 down. I have from now until when I buy the car in July to come up with the rest of that. And so I divided the total that I have left to save by how many paychecks I'm going to receive, and that comes out to about $900 a paycheck. So I am putting $900 a paycheck towards my car down payment, still doing my $50 to my car maintenance, still doing my $12 to my Christmas to reach goal. This will be the last time we stuff Christmas, and then my $50 towards travel. Now, you may be wondering, well, Jennifer, you're about to buy a brand new car. Why are you continuing to contribute to car maintenance? I'm continuing to contribute to car maintenance right now because I still have my vehicle. And as you could see in my monthly view, if you noticed, I brought my car into the shop and I spent almost $500 on it. If I need to bring it back for any reason from now until July, I want to have money. I want to have money. My budget's getting very, very tight with these lofty savings goals. And so I want to have money in that car maintenance sinking fund to basically use. My car maintenance sinking fund took a very big hit because I used a chunk of money from there to put that $2,500 down payment on that new car. So I actually utilized a chunk of my car maintenance sinking fund. I left myself a little over $500 in it, but I used a big chunk of it. I also used my cash emergency fund. It had $801 in it. I used it. And I also used all of the money I had saved for the 2022 savings challenges from the budget month for for January 2022 through April 2022. All that money I used. It added up to $2,500 and I put it towards my car. And then now I'm just going to save for my paychecks for the rest of that down payment. So you will see in my cash envelope stuffing that I have a brand new emergency fund cash envelope that will be restarting. You'll see what I have in my car maintenance sinking fund. And of course, we're starting the May 2022 savings challenges from the budget mom as well. So I hope that wasn't too confusing. Basically, I'm just switching priorities right now. The car down payment is the priority, not the house savings. And so you're going to see less money going towards my house savings because you're going to see a lot of money going towards this down payment on my car. You're also not going to see anything additional going towards my travel sinking fund because, again, the car is a top priority. The vacation is not anymore. So last time we'll be stuffing Christmas, but travel and car maintenance will continue to be there. Once I do purchase my vehicle in July, I would like to have a $500 buffer in my car maintenance. I'll see where my car maintenance is at. If I'm at $500, I think I'd probably consider stopping it for a little while because if I have a brand new vehicle, I shouldn't be needing to put money into it. It's going to be under warranty. Eventually, I would have to restart that, obviously. I won't lie. I've just been doing a car maintenance sinking fund for so long. It's like kind of weird to think about not contributing to one. But again, I'll have a brand new vehicle. And I want to make sure my money is going to the right places. And I'm not just shoving money aside into this car maintenance sinking fund that I'm not going to use for years. Like that doesn't seem smart to me. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens in July. If I'm under $500, then I'll probably build it up until I hit that 500 and then kind of let it rest, but we'll see what happens. So basically my sinking funds add up to be $1,012. And if I subtract that from the $1,776.04 that I was left with after my bills and my variable expenses, I have $764.04. And that is what I'm going to bring down to the extra savings section, which is where I have my house savings. I'm going to put all that $764 into my house savings. Initially, I wanted to put $1,220, so I'm only putting about half, a little more than half of what I wanted to put in with this paycheck, but that's just unfortunately the situation that I'm in right now. I do want to flip this over and give you all, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, give you all a look at the cash envelope breakdown here. This generally doesn't change much from paycheck to paycheck. I did put together my miscellaneous cash denominations based on the savings challenges that I have. I'm actually realizing I forgot something in here. I have to put down, nope, that's a lie. That's coming out of my next paycheck, I think. Yeah, it's coming out of my next paycheck. I do have to pull one of my savings challenges each month from my paycheck, and I thought it was from this one, but it's not. It's from my last paycheck of the month. So basically, I try to do largest denominations possible. The only time I vary that up is with miscellaneous, and that's because I pull my challenges from that envelope usually. So I'll be taking out eating out and gas in a 50, 20, and a 5. Miscellaneous will be taken out in 100, a 20, 2 10s, a 5, and 5 singles. My travel, which is now getting 50, will just get the largest bill. Same thing with Christmas, same thing with car maintenance. And then with my down payment, $900, I'm just going to take out $900 bills. So all of that added up will come to $1,312, which is what I will pull out from my checking account on the 12th when I get paid. And that is what you will see me stuffing in my cash envelope stuffing, which we'll be posting on Saturday. I will also be sharing with you all my new variable expense cash envelopes for the month of May. They're not new designs or anything. There are designs that are currently available on my Etsy shop. I will also be sharing with you my new emergency fund cash envelope, which is a cash envelope from the Budget Mom that I absolutely love. I will also be sharing with you the new sinking fund cash envelope that I have for my car down payment, which is actually a product that is not on my Etsy shop. I have not released it. I'm thinking about releasing it. I've had in the back of my mind that I want to release sinking fund cash envelopes for a long time. It's just not something I've had the time to get around to, and I did get around to making one for myself. So I'm going to see how I like it and if you all like it, and then if so, I will post it on Etsy as a listing. But you'll see what that looks like. I am excited to be winding down on my 2022 sinking funds. I'm really in this moment with this huge change to my budget. I am so grateful that I had already met most of those goals, because now I don't have to worry for the rest of 2022 about holidays, Christmas, subscriptions that I'm going to have due, my car insurance, my car taxes, although those amounts will be changing. I don't have to worry about any of that. You know, that's already saved. My car insurance and taxes are due in July. That's when I'm purchasing my new vehicle. So the amounts that are due in July, well, for my car taxes, the amounts that are due will not change. But the next time around, things will definitely change because I'm purchasing a new vehicle. My car taxes are going to go up. And because I'm purchasing a new vehicle, my insurance is likely going to go up. So, we'll see what happens. It kind of depends on like exactly when the car gets here, and I don't know that date yet. I know my bills, car insurance, car taxes are both due July 1st. So if the car gets here after that date, with regards to my car insurance, I might just have to end up paying a difference once I get my new car. And I will certainly figure out how to do that. That way I'm still paid up for the entire year until July 2023. But the car taxes thing, I don't think it'll reflect until July 2023. Because in my state, we do pay car taxes. You can pay them every 6 months, July and January, or you can pay them all at once in July. And because my car is a little older and my taxes are a little bit lower, I've just been paying it all in July. So that'll get me up to date. That'll get me through 2020 to July 2023, but it's going to be adjusted at some point. And I don't know if that'll reflect in the July 2023 bill or if I'll get that reflected sooner and then have to pay a difference there. I'm not exactly sure how that'll work out, but you know, eventually I'll find out. So if you have any questions about this budget, I know this video is a little all over the place. It's definitely longer than my usual budget with me's, but I just wanted to make sure I kind of explained the situation and try to be clear about how things in terms of my priorities are changing because of needing to buy a new car. And so, yeah, hopefully this video wasn't a total disaster for you all to watch or listen to. But of course, if you have questions or comments, don't hesitate to put them down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.